Lubbock is on the high plains. When you fly in on an airplane, you can't help but notice the crop circles all around.
Lubbock is a blue-collar town. It's also a college town.
We get a lot of visitors from all over the world who live and die for Buddy Holly and just want to come and see where the music was made.
Going faster than a roller coaster.
The great thing about it is if you look west on any given night, the sunsets are absolutely to die for. It's God's wonderful painting dumped on all of us for our enjoyment every day.
You can't see better sunsets and sunrises and thunderstorms and everything else coming in. It's the people that drive it. There's no better people probably anywhere in the world.
And one of the people who embodied the spirit of Lubbock was Dr. Joseph Sonnier. Dr. Joseph Sonnier was a successful businessman, multi-millionaire.
Good-looking guy, sharp dresser, likes to have a good time. I think this is probably a guy that a lot of ladies would have their eye on in a hurry, and he was okay with that.
He was a single man in his late 40s with disposable income and an empty house.
He's living the single life and having a fun time.
So it wasn't about getting married.
I don't think he would have gotten married again. He never did the whole dating scene in college. He was married at 19. He married his high school sweetheart.
Find the kind of love that people write about.
We all loved Becky.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
My dad was the most supportive person in my life. My mom was our emotional support.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
He was the one who was going to push us to succeed, push us to follow our dreams.
Joseph and Becky broke up when, after 27 years of marriage, Becky up and left him for another man.
She was the only person that he had ever been with and ever dated and ever fallen in love with. When they got divorced, it was a shock to him. Everything he'd worked for in his life was evaporated in 1 second.
Becky remarried, and shockingly, her second husband murdered her and then killed himself.
It was just completely unfathomable. I mean, unimaginable. My dad, he came in after she was murdered, and he became like our guide about how to handle this tragedy.
So Dr. Sonnier is 48 years old. He's single. He wants to do something new with his life. He doesn't know what, but he wants to live. And he takes a chance.
He went, I think on a lark, to a dance class, ballroom and salsa and swing and things like that. And within this dance community, he found his confidence again. And as an added benefit, he started to meet beautiful single women who were also in his age range.
So that's how he was able to start dating
and
again.
He got the mojo back like that.
So how did you feel about the women that he dated?
The truth is, we liked most of them.
The Sonnier children have a tradition with their dad. They all go to a Texas Tech game every fall together. But one year, Dr. Sonnier brings someone new.
She's blonde, she's tall, she's gorgeous.
It's the first date, and he's bringing you around his family, that's nerve-wracking for some people.
I mean, it was the first date. It really wasn't a big deal to me. I certainly wasn't nervous about it.
Richelle Shetina is a 52-year-old single mom of 4 boys.
She knew how to handle herself in a social situation around his sons. We're tough critics, you know, and we gave her a thumbs up.
I thought that she was a very nice, lovely person. My dad and her seemed to have a really good time together.
Richelle and Dr. Sonnier traveled to California to visit Dr. Sonnier's grandchildren, and that seemed to make her very happy.
Where's your keg?
She had a great time. She came over to the house We played with my kids. It couldn't have gone better.
I know what that's allowed. She's a smart girl, aren't you?
It seemed like a good match. They got along really well. He seemed to be having fun, and he was starting his life anew.
She was stunning. She kept in shape. I think they had an incredible sexual relationship. I think that they were very much enjoying each other.
So he was smitten.
He was.
Dr. Sonnier, he may have been a little cautious about, jumping to marriage right away.
It was constant pressure every step of the way following the LA trip.
In your mind, he was never going to put a ring on it.
That's right.
Some of the Sonnier kids have said that their dad told them that you were pressuring him for marriage.
Right, and I've heard that as well. All I can say is there was never a discussion about marriage.
So when they say she was pressuring Dad to marry me, that's not true.
That's not true. What I was looking for was a committed relationship with a good person, and that was it. That was absolutely it.
Dr. Sonnier, for Richelle's 50th birthday, decided to take her on a really big adventure to Paris, the city of lights, where, love is everywhere.
And I told him to sit her down and have a direct conversation with her that Paris is not an engagement trip and that he is not going there to buy her a ring. And he said, do I really need to do that? And I said, yes.
It was a birthday gift for my 50th birthday. I was just over the moon. It was really a dream come true.
You guys put a lock on a bridge.
It was a love lock. Joseph wrote his name on it, and I wrote my name on it.
It's romantic.
It's very romantic.
What do you think about when you think about that moment?
That moment, it was very, very special. It locked in that love that we felt at that moment, for me. The tradition is you write your names on the locks and you put it on the bridge and you throw the key into the Seine River, and that locks in the moment forever.
Richelle talked about that moment on the Paris Bridge as if their love would last forever. But a few weeks later, the unthinkable happened.
Police were first alerted to something terribly awry having happened at Dr. Sonnier's home when a landscaper that he had for his home called 911.
Evil followed me straight to Joseph's door. And like it or not, evil followed me right there.